Narcissism is a personality disorder characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. Narcissistic individuals often seek to control and manipulate those around them, leaving their relationships feeling drained and unfulfilled. As we navigate our social and professional lives, it's crucial to learn how to deal with narcissistic people effectively. In this video, we'll explore the teachings of Stoicism and how they can help us manage our interactions with narcissists. Step 1. Learn about narcissism. To effectively deal with narcissistic people, we must first understand the nature of their disorder. Narcissism exists on a spectrum, ranging from mild to severe, and it's essential to recognize the signs and symptoms. Narcissistic individuals often display a sense of entitlement, an inability to take criticism, and a tendency to exploit others for their own gain. They may also be preoccupied with success, power, and attractiveness. Grandiose narcissists are typically outgoing, self-absorbed, and attention-seeking. They often display an inflated sense of self-importance and believe they are superior to others. Grandiose narcissists may be highly ambitious and driven, seeking power, status, and admiration. They can be charismatic and persuasive, making it easy for them to manipulate others and achieve their goals. Vulnerable narcissists, on the other hand, may appear more introverted and sensitive. They often struggle with feelings of inadequacy and insecurity, which they mask with a false sense of self-importance. Vulnerable narcissists may be hypersensitive to criticism and prone to feelings of shame, humiliation, and resentment. They can be just as manipulative as grandiose narcissists, but their tactics may be more subtle and passive-aggressive. In addition to understanding the different types of narcissism, it's crucial to be aware of the common tactics narcissists use to control and manipulate others. Some of these tactics include 1. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation in which a narcissist causes their victim to question their own sanity, memory, or perception of reality. They may deny or distort past events, making the victim doubt their own recollections. Gaslighting can be incredibly damaging, leading to confusion, self-doubt, and a loss of self-esteem. 2. Projection. Narcissists often project their own negative qualities and feelings onto others. By attributing their own flaws and shortcomings to someone else, they can avoid taking responsibility for their actions and maintain their inflated self-image. 3. Triangulation. Triangulation involves bringing a third party into a conflict or relationship to create tension, confusion, or validation. Narcissists may use triangulation to pit people against each other, create drama, or gain control over a situation. 4. Love bombing. Love bombing is a tactic used by narcissists to win the affection and trust of their targets. They may shower their victim with excessive attention, flattery, and gifts, creating an intense emotional connection. However, this behavior is often short-lived, and the narcissist may suddenly withdraw their affection or become critical and controlling. 5. Idealization and devaluation. Narcissists often place their targets on a pedestal, idealizing them as perfect or near-perfect. However, this idealization is usually followed by devaluation as the narcissist begins to find faults and imperfections in their victim. This cycle of idealization and devaluation can be incredibly damaging, leading to feelings of confusion, self-doubt, and emotional instability. By learning to recognize these tactics, we can better protect ourselves from the manipulative behavior of narcissistic individuals. Stoicism teaches us the importance of self-awareness and critical thinking. which can help us identify and resist the manipulative tactics of narcissists. It's also essential to understand the impact that narcissistic behavior can have on our mental and emotional well-being. Interacting with narcissistic individuals can lead to feelings of anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. It can also create a sense of isolation, as narcissists often seek to control and dominate their relationships. By recognizing the potential harm that narcissistic behavior can cause, we can take proactive steps to protect ourselves and maintain our emotional health. By understanding the different types of narcissism, recognizing common manipulative tactics, and being aware of the potential impact on our emotional well-being, we can better prepare ourselves for interactions with narcissistic individuals. This knowledge, combined with the teachings of Stoicism, can help us maintain our emotional balance, protect our well-being, and navigate our relationships with narcissistic people effectively. Step 2. Focus on yourself, not the narcissist. The Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of self-awareness and self-control in navigating life's challenges. When dealing with narcissistic people, focusing on ourselves rather than their behavior is crucial for maintaining our emotional balance and well-being. Self-awareness is the foundation of emotional intelligence and is essential for managing our interactions with narcissistic individuals. By becoming more aware of our thoughts, feelings, and reactions, we can better understand our own needs and vulnerabilities. This awareness allows us to respond more effectively to the narcissist's behavior and protect our emotional well-being. To cultivate self-awareness, practice mindfulness and reflection. Take time each day to check in with yourself and observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment. This practice will help you become more attuned to your inner world and better equipped to navigate challenging situations. Dealing with narcissistic people can be emotionally taxing, and it's essential to be kind and understanding towards ourselves. Self-compassion involves treating ourselves with the same care and concern we would offer a close friend. By practicing self-compassion, we can build emotional resilience and better cope with the challenges of interacting with narcissistic individuals. To cultivate self-compassion, try speaking to yourself in a gentle and supportive manner. Acknowledge your feelings and validate your experiences, reminding yourself that it's okay to feel hurt or upset. Engage in self-care activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul, and remember that prioritizing your own well-being is not selfish, but essential for maintaining your emotional balance. Emotional independence is the ability to maintain our emotional well-being regardless of external circumstances or the behavior of others. When dealing with narcissistic people, it's essential to cultivate emotional independence to prevent their actions from dictating our feelings. To develop emotional independence, focus on building your self-esteem and self-worth. Remind yourself of your strengths, accomplishments, and values, and resist the urge to base your self-worth on the opinions or validation of others, especially narcissistic individuals. By cultivating emotional independence, we can protect ourselves from the manipulative tactics of narcissists and maintain our emotional balance. Focusing on our own goals and priorities is an essential aspect of self-care when dealing with narcissistic people. By setting personal objectives, we can maintain a sense of purpose and direction in our lives, independent of the narcissist's influence. Identify your values, passions, and aspirations, and set realistic goals that align with these priorities. Pursue activities and interests that bring you joy and fulfillment, and invest time and energy in relationships that support and uplift you. By focusing on our own goals and priorities, we can create a sense of meaning and purpose in our lives that is not dependent on the narcissist's approval or validation. Dealing with narcissistic people can be isolating and overwhelming. and it's essential to seek support from trusted friends, family members, or mental health professionals. Sharing our experiences and feelings with others can help us gain perspective, validate our emotions, and develop coping strategies. Build a support network of people who understand your situation and can offer guidance and encouragement. Consider joining a support group for individuals dealing with narcissistic relationships or seeking the help of a therapist experienced in working with clients affected by narcissistic abuse. By seeking support, we can gain valuable insights and resources to help us navigate our relationships with narcissistic individuals more effectively. By developing self-awareness, practicing self-compassion, cultivating emotional independence, setting personal goals and priorities, and seeking support, we can maintain our emotional well-being and protect ourselves from the negative influence of narcissistic individuals. The teachings of Stoicism remind us that our happiness and well-being are ultimately within our control, and by focusing on ourselves, we can create a more fulfilling and resilient life. Step 3. Set boundaries. Setting boundaries is a vital aspect of dealing with narcissistic people. Boundaries create a clear distinction between what is acceptable and what is not, allowing us to protect our emotional well-being and maintain our self-respect. In this section, we will explore the importance of setting boundaries, how to establish and communicate them effectively, and the role of Stoicism in maintaining healthy boundaries. Boundaries are essential for maintaining healthy relationships, particularly when dealing with narcissistic individuals. They help to create a safe space where we can express our needs and expectations without fear of being manipulated or controlled. Boundaries also serve as a reminder that we are responsible for our own well-being and that we have the right to protect ourselves from harm. By setting and maintaining boundaries, we are practicing self-control and ensuring that our actions are in line with our values. This helps to preserve our inner peace and prevents us from being swayed by the whims of others. To set effective boundaries with narcissistic people, we must first identify our limits and needs. This requires self-awareness and an understanding of what we are willing to accept in a relationship. Reflect on past experiences with the narcissistic individual and consider which behaviors have caused you distress or discomfort. Once you have identified your limits, communicate them clearly and assertively to the narcissistic person. Be specific about what you are and are not comfortable with and explain the consequences if your boundaries are violated. Remember that assertiveness is not aggression. It is about expressing your needs in a calm and confident manner. It's essential to be consistent when enforcing your boundaries. Narcissistic individuals may test your limits or try to manipulate you into changing your mind. Stand firm in your convictions and ensure that you follow through with the consequences you have outlined. This will demonstrate that you are serious about maintaining your boundaries and that you will not tolerate any violations. Stoicism offers valuable guidance for maintaining boundaries when dealing with narcissistic people. The philosophy emphasizes the importance of self-control, personal integrity, and emotional resilience, all of which are crucial for upholding our limits. Stoicism teaches us that we have control over our thoughts, emotions, and actions. By practicing self-control, we can maintain our composure when faced with challenging situations or provocations from narcissistic individuals. This enables us to respond calmly and assertively, reinforcing our boundaries and preventing the narcissist from taking advantage of our emotional reactions. Stoicism encourages us to live in accordance with our values and principles. By setting boundaries that align with our personal beliefs, we are demonstrating our commitment to maintaining our integrity. This helps to strengthen our resolve and makes it easier to stand firm in the face of any attempts to undermine our boundaries. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of cultivating inner strength and resilience. By developing our emotional resilience, we can better withstand the challenges that arise when dealing with narcissistic people. This enables us to maintain our boundaries even when faced with opposition or manipulation, ensuring that our well-being remains a priority. Narcissistic people may try to push back against your boundaries or manipulate you into feeling guilty for setting them. They may use tactics such as gaslighting, playing the victim, or making false promises to try and wear you down. Remember to stand firm and maintain your boundaries, reiterating their importance to your well-being. Confronting a narcissistic person about your boundaries can be intimidating, as they may react with anger or hostility. However, it's essential to overcome this fear and communicate your limits clearly. Stoicism teaches us to face our fears and embrace discomfort, as it is through these challenges that we grow and develop our inner strength. Narcissistic individuals often expect others to cater to their needs and desires. As a result, saying no to their requests or demands can be difficult. Step 4. Don't take things. Personally, one of the most challenging aspects of dealing with narcissistic people is their tendency to project their own insecurities and negative emotions onto others. They may criticize, belittle, or blame others in an attempt to bolster their own self-esteem. As a result, those on the receiving end of their behavior may feel hurt, confused, or even responsible for the narcissist's actions. In order to protect our emotional well-being and maintain our self-esteem, it's crucial to adopt the Stoic practice of detachment and not take the narcissist's words or actions personally. This concept is rooted in the understanding that we cannot control other people's thoughts, feelings, or behaviors. We can only control our own reactions to them. Detachment is a powerful tool in managing our interactions with narcissistic individuals. It allows us to maintain a sense of emotional distance, preventing their negative energy from affecting our own. By recognizing that the narcissist's behavior is a reflection of their own inner turmoil, we can avoid internalizing their criticism or blame. Stoicism teaches us that our emotions are not determined by external events, but by our own judgments and interpretations of those events. When we choose to view the narcissist's actions as a reflection of their own character rather than a commentary on our own worth, we can maintain a sense of emotional balance and prevent their negativity from impacting our self-esteem. Narcissistic individuals often follow predictable patterns of behavior. By familiarizing ourselves with these patterns, we can better anticipate their actions and prepare ourselves emotionally. This awareness can help us maintain our detachment and prevent us from being caught off guard by their behavior. Instead of interpreting the narcissist's criticism or blame as a personal attack, try to reframe their words and actions as a reflection of their own insecurities and emotional struggles. This perspective can help you maintain a sense of compassion while also protecting your own emotional well-being. Mindfulness is the practice of being present and aware of our thoughts and emotions without judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, we can become more adept at recognizing when we're beginning to take the narcissist's words or actions personally. This awareness allows us to consciously choose to let go of any negative emotions and maintain our detachment. When dealing with a narcissistic person, it's essential to stay connected to our own values and goals. By focusing on what truly matters to us, we can avoid becoming overly invested in the narcissist's opinions or expectations. This focus can help us maintain our emotional balance and prevent their behavior from derailing our own personal growth. Detachment allows us to protect our emotional health by preventing the narcissist's negative energy from affecting our own. This emotional distance can help us maintain a sense of inner peace and stability even in the face of their challenging behavior. By refusing to take the narcissist's words or actions personally, we can preserve our self-esteem and maintain a healthy sense of self-worth. This resilience can help us navigate our relationships with narcissistic individuals without sacrificing our own emotional well-being. Detachment can foster a sense of compassion for the narcissist, as we recognize that their behavior is often driven by their own insecurities and emotional struggles. This understanding can help us approach our interactions with them from a place of empathy rather than resentment. By focusing on our own values and goals, rather than becoming consumed by the narcissist's behavior, we can continue to grow and develop as individuals. This focus can help us maintain our momentum on our own personal journey, even when faced with challenging interpersonal dynamics. By choosing not to take their words or actions personally, we can protect our emotional well-being, maintain our self-esteem, and continue to grow as individuals. Through practice and patience, we can cultivate the skill of detachment and navigate our relationships with narcissistic individuals with greater ease and resilience. Step 5. Don't expect to change the narcissist. The desire to help or change others is a natural human impulse, especially when we care about them or are affected by their behavior. However, when it comes to narcissistic individuals, it's essential to recognize the limits of our influence and accept that we may not be able to change them. Narcissism is a deeply ingrained personality trait that is characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. Narcissistic individuals often have a fragile self-esteem that is easily threatened, leading them to engage in behaviors that protect and bolster their ego. These behaviors can include manipulation, control, and exploitation of others, as well as a resistance to change and an inability to take criticism.
Given the complexity and rigidity of narcissistic personality traits, it's unlikely that we can single-handedly bring about a transformation in a narcissist's character. While therapy and self-reflection can sometimes lead to changes in narcissistic behavior, these changes typically require a significant investment of time, effort, and willingness on the part of the narcissistic individual. As outsiders, our influence is limited, and it's essential to recognize and accept this reality. Stoicism teaches us the importance of accepting the things we cannot change and focusing our energy on the things we can control. This philosophy emphasizes the value of recognizing the limits of our influence and cultivating a sense of inner peace and resilience in the face of adversity. When dealing with a narcissistic person, it's crucial to apply this stoic approach and accept that we may not be able to change them. By acknowledging the limits of our influence, we can shift our focus away from trying to change the narcissist and towards managing our own reactions and protecting our emotional well-being. Attempting to change a narcissistic person can be a futile and emotionally draining endeavor. Narcissistic individuals are often resistant to change and may react defensively or aggressively when confronted with criticism or suggestions for improvement. This resistance can lead to a cycle of conflict and frustration as we invest time and energy into trying to change the narcissist, only to be met with resistance and hostility. Trying to change a narcissist can also put us at risk of being manipulated or exploited. Narcissistic individuals are skilled at detecting neglecting and exploiting the vulnerabilities of others, and our attempts to change them may inadvertently provide them with an opportunity to manipulate us further. By focusing on changing the narcissist, we may unwittingly become entangled in their web of control and manipulation. Instead of trying to change a narcissistic person, it's essential to focus on managing our own reactions and protecting our emotional well-being. Stoicism teaches us the importance of self-control, self-awareness, and self-discipline, and these qualities are crucial when dealing with narcissistic individuals. By focusing on ourselves, we can cultivate the inner strength and resilience needed to navigate our relationships with narcissistic people. This may involve setting boundaries, practicing detachment, and prioritizing self-care, as discussed in previous steps. By shifting our focus away from changing the narcissist and towards managing our own reactions, we can preserve our emotional well-being and maintain our personal integrity. Letting go of the desire to change a narcissistic person can be a liberating and empowering experience. By accepting that we cannot change them, we can release ourselves from the burden of responsibility and the cycle of frustration that often accompanies attempts to change others. Letting go of the desire to change a narcissist can also create space for more positive and fulfilling relationships in our lives. When we're no longer consumed by the challenge of changing a narcissistic person, we can invest our time and energy into cultivating connections with individuals who are more receptive to growth and change. By applying the teachings of Stoicism and focusing on managing our own reactions, we can cultivate the inner strength and resilience needed to navigate these challenging relationships. Letting go of the desire to change a narcissist can be a powerful act of self-care and self-preservation, allowing us to create space for more positive and fulfilling connections in our lives. Step 6. Take care of yourself. Self-care is a multifaceted concept that encompasses various aspects of our lives. Emotional self-care involves managing our feelings and maintaining a positive emotional state. When dealing with narcissistic people, it's crucial to practice self-compassion and recognize that our emotions are valid. Stoicism teaches us the importance of self-awareness and understanding our own emotional landscape. One way to practice emotional self-care is by journaling. Writing about our thoughts and feelings can help us process our emotions and gain valuable insights into our own psychological state. Additionally, practicing gratitude can help shift our focus away from negative emotions and towards the positive aspects of our lives. Make a habit of reflecting on the things you're grateful for each day. Narcissistic individuals can leave you feeling isolated and misunderstood. It's essential to maintain a strong support network and engage in social activities that bring us joy and connection. Stoicism encourages us to cultivate meaningful relationships and prioritize the company of those who uplift and inspire us.
Reach out to friends and family members who understand your situation and can offer support. Engage in social activities that allow you to connect with like-minded individuals, such as joining clubs, attending workshops, or participating in group hobbies. By nurturing our social connections, we can create a buffer against the negative influence of narcissistic people. Mental self-care involves engaging in activities that stimulate our minds and promote cognitive well-being. Stoicism teaches us the importance of lifelong learning and cultivating wisdom. Pursue personal growth by engaging in activities that challenge and expand your mind. Read books, attend lectures, or enroll in online courses on topics that interest you. Additionally, practice mindfulness and meditation to help quiet your mind and improve your focus. By nurturing our mental well-being, we can better navigate the challenges presented by narcissistic individuals. Physical self-care is essential for maintaining our overall well-being. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of self-discipline and treating our bodies with respect. Engage in regular exercise to help manage stress and boost your mood. Choose activities that you enjoy, such as swimming, yoga, or hiking. Additionally, prioritize a healthy diet and ensure you're getting adequate sleep. By taking care of our physical health, we can build the resilience needed to cope with the challenges of dealing with narcissistic people. Spiritual self-care involves nurturing our sense of purpose and connection to something greater than ourselves. Stoicism encourages us to cultivate a sense of interconnectedness and recognize our role in the larger fabric of life. Explore your spiritual beliefs and engage in practices that help you feel connected to a higher power or a sense of purpose. This might involve prayer, meditation, or spending time in nature. Additionally, engage in acts of kindness and service to others, as this can help foster a sense of meaning and connection. Dealing with narcissistic people can sometimes impact our professional lives, making it essential to prioritize our career well-being. Stoicism teaches us the importance of finding meaning in our work and maintaining a sense of purpose. Set clear professional goals and work towards achieving them. Seek out mentorship and guidance from colleagues and supervisors, and continue developing your skills through ongoing education and training. By focusing on our professional growth, we can maintain a sense of purpose and fulfillment even when faced with challenging interpersonal dynamics. By prioritizing self-care in its various forms, emotional, social, mental, physical, spiritual, and professional, we can build the resilience and inner strength needed to navigate these challenging relationships. Stoicism offers valuable guidance in this regard, emphasizing the importance of self-awareness, self-discipline, and personal growth. By embracing these teachings, we can protect our emotional well-being and maintain a sense of balance and harmony in our lives. Step 7. Know when to walk away. The decision to walk away from a narcissistic person is not an easy one, but it's often necessary for our emotional well-being. Stoicism teaches us the importance of discernment and recognizing when a situation is no longer serving our best interests. If your interactions with a narcissistic person consistently leave you feeling drained, anxious, or upset, it may be time to re-evaluate the relationship. Our emotional well-being should be a top priority, and if a connection is causing more harm than good, it's worth considering whether it's time to walk away. Narcissistic individuals often struggle to empathize with others or show genuine concern for their feelings. If you find that the person you're dealing with is consistently dismissive of your emotions or unwilling to consider your perspective, it may be a sign that the relationship is not healthy. Narcissists often use manipulation and control tactics to maintain power in their relationships. If you find yourself constantly feeling manipulated, guilt-tripped, or controlled, it may be time to reassess the dynamic and consider distancing yourself. In some cases, narcissistic individuals may engage in emotionally, physically, or psychologically abusive behavior. If you're experiencing any form of abuse, it's crucial to seek help and create a safety plan to protect yourself. Before walking away, it's essential to set clear boundaries with the narcissistic person. Communicate your needs and expectations, and be prepared to enforce them. Remember that it's okay to say no and prioritize your own well-being. Surrounding yourself with supportive friends and family members can make the process of walking away from a narcissistic person easier. Share your experiences and lean on your support network for guidance and encouragement. Depending on the nature of your relationship with the narcissistic individual, walking away may require careful planning. Develop a strategy for distancing yourself, which may include gradually reducing contact, setting firm boundaries, or seeking professional help. Walking away from a narcissistic person can be emotionally challenging, and it's essential to be kind to yourself throughout the process. Practice self-compassion and remind yourself that you're taking this step to protect your emotional well-being. After walking away from a narcissistic person, it's crucial to focus on your own personal growth and healing. Engage in activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul, and seek professional help if needed. Narcissistic individuals often resist when others attempt to distance themselves. Be prepared for pushback, manipulation, or guilt trips, and remain firm in your decision to prioritize your well-being. Remember that walking away from a narcissistic person is a brave and empowering decision. Maintain perspective and remind yourself that you deserve healthy, fulfilling relationships. In some cases, walking away from a narcissistic person may not be possible, such as when the individual is a family member or co-worker. In these situations, it's essential to focus on setting boundaries, practicing self-care, and seeking support from trusted friends or professionals. When dealing with a narcissistic person, it's crucial to remember that our emotional well-being is our responsibility. By recognizing the signs that it's time to walk away and taking the necessary steps to do so, we can protect ourselves from the negative influence of narcissistic individuals and create space for more positive and fulfilling relationships. By being aware of the signs that a relationship is no longer serving our best interests and taking the necessary steps to distance ourselves, we can prioritize our emotional well-being and create a healthier, more fulfilling life. Dealing with narcissistic people can be a challenging and emotionally taxing experience. However, by embracing the teachings of Stoicism, we can develop the tools and strategies needed to navigate these relationships effectively. By learning about narcissism, focusing on ourselves, setting boundaries, not taking things personally, accepting that we cannot change the narcissist, prioritizing self-care, and knowing when to walk away, we can maintain our emotional well-being and protect ourselves from the negative influence of narcissistic individuals.